What's going on, everybody? It's about that time for another GmiasWorld podcast. What is it? Is this week 10? I don't even know what's going on, bro. I think this is week 10. Yeah, bro, I have absolutely no idea. But we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. The Thursday night game, Washington at Minnesota. Minnesota 34, Washington 27. Yo, man, listen, RG3. Let me see. I don't know how to explain. Listen, it's not. He for fantasy, he had a perfect rating. So if you had him as a fantasy quarterback, he did pretty well. He came out looking really good, man. I think he had like 3 touchdowns or something. I don't know what the fuck. Yo, they're in the NFC East, so it's always a chance that they can make the playoffs because, you know what I'm saying, a group of fucking bad grandpas that's not even fucking, you know what I'm saying? Anybody in the NFC East can be beaten by anyone at any given time. There's no sense of dominance or sense of urgency or anything in that fucking division. It's just a bunch of shitballs rolling around where anything can go. And every week, it seems as if we get a surprise. But I'm really waiting for RG3 to do something, and he did. He it's not like he's been performing badly. It's just that he's not up to par with his old self. That's just like anything else. When you give people a very good sense or a good type of life and it changes, they turn, bro. It's just like you spoil your little kid, you spoil your wife, and then you lose your job, and then she's like, yo, what the fuck, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like anything like that, when you give someone too much, they always expect it. But RG3, I don't believe that he's back to where he should be, even though everybody's like, yeah, he's back. You know, I heard Deion Sanders saying he's back. Other couple guys say, I just don't think that he's fully confident in himself yet, even though he's able to, you know, produce what he's doing. Other than Pierre Garçon, I don't know about Hankerson and the other shitty guys that he had. Well, his tight end is pretty good. But, you know, I don't know how can you lose to Minnesota? That doesn't make any sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you look at the ending score, you're like, okay, really? You lost to Minnesota? Like, I understand that Josh Freeman isn't playing. Could I do this fucking garbage? And they're being very smart by leaving him on the bench where he belongs. I would actually like to have him locked up and thrown into Guantanamo Bay for his performance against the Giants. But that's just my personal opinion about it. But Washington, you know, I really don't know about them. I don't like the Shanahans. I think they're a bunch of douchebags, the father and son. And like I've always said, I think that Terrell Davis and, you know, John Elway made him what he is. He's not a fucking genius. He's a clown that just runs around looking like he has to take a shit, and he just sucked on the sour lemon. Just a lemon. We all know that a lemon is sour, but he just sucked on the lemon for like 5 hours before he came out there. Like, he always looks like that with that face, and his son is just... If anybody hires his son as a head coach, they, as an owner, should be fucking driven behind a pickup truck face down for at least 6 miles, because they haven't shown anything to make them look as if there are any type of genius in that whole mindset. It's a whole bunch of bullshit that's going on over there. And I know Donovan McNabb, some people thought he was a hater about his last stint with the Redskins, but it's showing that these guys are really not what they claim themselves to be. And I don't know, that's just my opinion by just looking at it from the outside, reading different articles, things like that. You know, I do minimal research. You know what I'm saying? I don't just fucking come out and just say a guy fucking sucks balls. You know, and based on what I've seen, he's not really, you know, that dude, this guy Shanahan. He's just a fucking clown. And he takes his makeup off for the games on Sunday or Thursday in this matter. But Minnesota's nothing really to talk about. You know, that team is shitty. I agree with the sports writer that said that they should trade Adrian Peterson because it's not fair for him. Minnesota's not winning the Super Bowl anytime soon, but probably for the next fucking 40 years. So, you know, they should do what's right and let the man, like, trade the guy or do something because, you know, you're running around with Ponder and the other asshole Castle. Like it's a bunch of fucking, you know what I'm saying, bro? It's like fucking, like dingleberries running around in the field. Like, these guys are fucking assholes and clowns, bro. Like, give the man a chance to try to do something with his career because they're not doing anything there. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. So, everybody was outraged, like, oh my God, he's talking about trading Adrian Peterson. He should trade Adrian Peterson They should make that man have a chance. The same way that LeBron was able to leave, even though his contract was up, whatever like that, and he just left. Everybody was fucking railing, and now he's playing at the top tier level, and I'm very happy for him. Yo, listen, bro, fuck these teams, because they don't. As soon as you get hurt or something goes wrong, they don't give a fuck about you either. So you have to care about yourself and give yourself the best chance to win. Yeah, I know we got the old-fashioned days where, oh yeah, you stay on the team, you die on the team, you have herpes on the team, plus you get syphilis on the team. Fuck all that shit. The owners don't give a fuck about you. It doesn't matter. You may have a personal relationship where later on you could come back or whatever like that. But the bottom line is ownership. You're only as good as your performance on the field, which is the way it should be. But at the same time, you're just a material girl living in a material world. You know what I'm saying, bro? Get your shit and get the fuck out of Dodge. Because he's wasting his time there. And I'm going to be honest with you. It's just a waste of fucking time there. So they might as well try to figure out a deal to make this man go and do something else. Because, watching that game, RG3 is not even as exciting to me anymore. I remember last year I used to just fucking whatever I was doing. I'd be in the middle of fucking my wife. Whatever I was doing, I had to stop to go watch him play. Now I just watch it just because I got to do, the recap for you guys. Like this guy is a fucking, he's playing all right, but it's not the same shit. And I'm not satisfied, bro. I'm really fucking disappointed in the way he's been playing, and I think he has a limp dick. Next game, Seattle at Atlanta. Seattle 33, Atlanta 10. I've said it before. I love ATL. You know what I'm saying? I love Atlanta. I don't like that. I don't. Is that Equifax there that's in Georgia? The credit bureau. I don't like the credit bureau there because they like to fuck people of color. But I fuck with Georgia, man. Georgia's the shit right there. Except for the slavery and shit that's still going on there. I'm just joking, bro. But it's some crazy shit going on down there. But they suck this year, bro. Yo, Matty Ice. Yo, that dude is fucking been. Yo, that dude been unthawed since the fucking first game. That guy's a shitty motherfucker. Nothing really much to talk about in this game other than Atlanta sucks dick for truck fit. Seattle, on the other hand, I like when you go in and you dominate a shitty team, that says a lot to me. Let me just say a lot to me for my Caucasian listeners. To me is a little bit too much ebonic for my use. To me, when you go out there and you just fucking straight smash and Hulk smash and just do whatever kind of smash to a shitty team, that's what you're supposed to do, and I respect the team that goes out there and does that. Because as you can see, the game I just talked about prior with Minnesota fucking beating Washington, that shouldn't have happened. So Seattle going out and handling the business. I like the way Russell Wilson looks. You know what I'm saying? Defense looks stout. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot I could complain about with the game. Richard Sherman is looking good. Like I think that team is something to be reckoned with. I think that's going to be a fucking crazy game when they face off with San Francisco for the next time. I just really believe that, man. I think that's going to be a really big deal. And I like Seattle going to the Super Bowl. I said it before. I'll say it. I really like Seattle going to the Super Bowl. I just think that they are just the better fit to go out and handle business. Over a San Francisco team. That's just my opinion, but you guys can leave comments and argue with me. Tell me to go fuck myself twice. I'm used to it. It's whatever. That's what I'm saying. It's my opinion, and in GmiasWorld, everybody, has the right to leave their opinion, and, let's discuss it and have good conversations like men and females that get involved too. Because I want the females' point of view too. You know what I'm saying? You girls running around with your pink jerseys like what the fuck's going on with your flux capacitors all over the place. You might as well do it. Get involved with the whole scenario as well. So nothing really much to talk about. A better team beat a shitty team with Seattle and Atlanta. That's all. Next game, Cincinnati at Baltimore. Now, I give Baltimore a lot of credit for this game for being able to come back. And after they were winning, beating the fuck out of Cincinnati, and Cincinnati got that lucky ass throw in the end zone, whatever the fuck was happening. I got to give Baltimore a lot of credit for being able to withstand that, because that says a lot about the structure of the team itself. Like, everybody just threw in the towel with them when they started getting rid of people. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, all those guys. The other quarterback, Ellerby went to Miami. Like, everybody was out of there and they just wrote him off. And it takes a lot of fortitude to be able to withstand a game like that and win it in overtime. Like, that's not something easy. Football is a very, very violent sport. Even with all the new rules and everything that they put into it, it's a lot of wear and tear. For you to give up those points for them to tie the game and still win it in overtime, that says a lot to me. This game was actually a lot more exciting towards the end because, like I said, looking at Marvin Lewis's face, It just looks like a vagabond regurgitated after he had diarrhea and was pummeled in the asshole with Astroglide. Now, if you can imagine that, God bless you, because I don't know what the fuck I just said. But the game wasn't that exciting until, the fourth quarter. And I really liked the way it ended, and Baltimore deserved the win based on the way they played. And I give, John Harbaugh a lot of credit, because it takes a lot to anything that you do, when you allow somebody to come back in any sport, wrestling, which I did, and sometimes I just try to, when you're playing a really good opponent and you're up, you just try to let the time go. You let the time, try to just, hang around. And that's when they start doing dumb shit. Get a leg takedown. You're not really balanced. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you got to be able to withstand comebacks. And that was really, really big for Baltimore. So that's a good win for all the Raven fans out there. Congratulations on that win. You guys definitely deserved it on that game, man. Next one, Detroit at Chicago. Detroit 21, Chicago 19. Well, Jay Cutler isn't there. So I don't really count this as a real win. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, Detroit should have fucking manhandled them. So, winning by 2 and making the game close with a quarterback that, he's all right. You know what I'm saying? The second string dude that's in there trying to do something. I don't count it because you got to have Cutler out there. If you beat them with Cutler, I'll give you more credit. Winning by 2 and Cutler's not in, Detroit, I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. So pretty much, this game wasn't even exciting either. It was like, bro, for some reason, a lot of these games are just straight bullshit. And I don't know what the fuck's going on. I have no idea what's happening and what the deal is with this, but I'm thinking about Megatron. I'm thinking about, Fury. I saw Fury. I was trying to hope that he got into the end zone to do a wild celebration dance. They try to hit him on the fades. I don't know. I don't know exactly what the problem is with what Detroit is doing, but, I have to wait and see. I got to wait and see what happens, because I thought that they had a chance to be able to put up points. Reggie Bush, Megatron, all this shit going on. I don't know. If you're not able to go out there and deal with the fucking Jay Cutler's team, Cutler-less team, then, it doesn't make any sense. You should be able to go out here and just straight dominate, rape, do whatever you want to do to this team's butthole and give it to them and walk out. And it didn't happen that way. You came away with the win. That's okay. That's commendable. All that great shit. Yeah. But it wasn't what it was supposed to be. But congratulations to the Lions. But we're going to see, man, it's getting to that point where it's do or die time, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? You want to come out there with your butthole hanging out, dude's going to take it. And if you don't come out and play hard, it's getting to that point right now that we're going to be able to see who's fucking garbage, who's going where, and what's happening. But I don't like the way Detroit is not able to manhandle. Tillman was all over Megatron, though. Peanut Tillman, that dude was fucking playing a lot of fucking monstrous D. I give him a lot of credit for that. So that's pretty much good shit right there. But they should have won by a lot more than that. Philadelphia at Green Bay. No Aaron Rodgers for Green Bay. So you're not expecting much. Defensively, I was never really excited with Green Bay this year coming into the year, because I don't think that, especially, is Clay Matthews even playing? I don't even know what's going on. I watched very little of this game. Only thing I was able to see is that Foles was fucking, this guy Foles, bro. Michael Vick is about to get cut. I drafted Michael Vick this year on my fantasy team just for the simple fact that I like to give people second chances. You know what I'm saying? Or third chances in this guy's case. And just know that he has the talent to be able to do stuff in the league. But it's sort of like, what's that guy's name? Sean Lee on the Dallas Cowboys. He's just too injury prone. I understand you're a great player, but if you can't be on the field, what use are you to me or the fans? You're a fucking clown. Michael Vick being on the bench and Foles is out there showing his ass. You know what I'm saying? 2 weeks in a row, putting up good yardage, good touchdowns, whatever. I know one of them was lucky. It got tipped to Deshaun Jackson. I understand that. But look, when it's going for you, it's going for you. And Michael Vick, he's on his way out. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, that dude ain't going to be back next year. That dude is fucking, that dude is gone. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't see how it's possible that this man will be around come next year. I just don't see it. It makes, this guy, he fucking walks onto the field and has a tricep tear and a fucking, you know what I'm saying, a dick pull. Like, it's not even a groin pull. It's a dick pull. Like, this guy just gets injured for no fucking reason. He has to go. And Foles is slow as shit. And I think Gary the Snail from SpongeBob could burn him in a race. But he's been throwing the ball pretty well. And look, if it works, it works. I'm not going to knock the hustle. Riley Cooper is a vicious racist. He's playing out of his mind. I got to give you credit. I don't care if you're a racist. You let me know you're a racist. You go out there and you perform. Well, not a racist. You're a prejudiced individual. I believe that we're all one race, the human race. But you go out there, you're prejudiced. And you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Riley Cooper? I got to give you credit. I know you might lynch me. You know what I'm saying? You might at any given time put on a pillow top and put some spikes in the top and have your hair, your ears looking like a fucking rabbit. And have the middle just in a whole new design for KKK. But you out there performing, bro. I can't knock your hustle. You probably wanted your Caucasian counterpart quarterback to throw you the ball. That could have been why you haven't been doing what you're supposed to do. I give you a lot of credit for what you're doing. Good shit, bro. I'm not going to knock your hustle. You out there performing. Football is a very tough sport. I give credit where it's due. You out there handling your business. Green Bay, on the other hand, I think you're down to the third string quarterback. You guys are fucked. So, Mike McCarthy, go have a fucking ham sandwich because you're in for a long ride. Congratulations to the Eagles fans. Congratulations to everybody in the NFC East that thought that the fucking, the Giants or the Cowboys were going to be doing something. You know what I'm saying? They're all shitty. Pretty much. The Redskins, too. So, Eagles, you have a chance right now to take it over and grab the bull by the horns. Go do it. Excuse me. Don't get tangled up and get pulled by your ass cheeks, though. Keep it going, Eagles, because at any given time, I don't see them going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because defensively, I don't think they're strong enough to deal with those top tier teams in the NFC, but they can still have a very, very good year, in my opinion. They still have talent on there, but Michael Vick needs to be fucking thrown into a dog den and just stay there for like fucking couple of days with fucking dogs with rabies, because I'm just sick and tired of this guy getting hurt for no reason, bro. I had enough of this shit. You got to be able to run out of bounds and not fucking pull a hamstring, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. So that's pretty much with that game. Philadelphia was able to handle business quite promptly. Good shit. Next game is St. Louis at Indianapolis. St. Louis 38, Indianapolis 8. All right, look, I don't know if you guys remember, but you could go back to my previous recaps where I said Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is how I think about the St. Louis Rams because I just don't know what I'm gonna get. They went out there and this was bad. This was bad. It was sort of like Indianapolis was a young boy, and the St. Louis Rams was Jerry Sandusky. Like, bro, this was really crazy. I did not believe what was going on, and I was just flipping back and forth with the channels to see. I couldn't, like you're looking at it like it's no way that this is happening, but it was really happening. It was really crazy, bro. The Indianapolis Colts look like shitballs. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know I don't know what else to say about it. It was very, very horrible the way they were able to get anally penetrated to the maximum capacity of the anal flacula. I don't know what that meant. But it was bad. It was real bad. And Tavon Austin, he showed his ass. He showed what that speed is about. He looked like a lightning bolt running up and down the field, returning punts, fucking scoring 2 touchdowns. It was unbelievable. That was an exciting game to watch. If you guys missed it, you guys try to watch the highlights. Tavon Austin looked like a man-child. Not a man-child like Calvin Johnson, but just as far as speed and agility, he was unbelievable. And I was very surprised that the Colts just laid down and, pointed to their anal and just closed their eyes. I was very surprised about it. Other than Tavon Austin stealing the show, there was nothing else really exciting to talk about. The Colts looked like shit. The end. Trent Richardson was a bad trade. Have a good day. Next game, Oakland at New York Giants. Oakland 20, New York Giants 24. Oakland should be ashamed of themselves, yo. The New York Giants remind me of the London Silly Nannies from a Family Guy episode. Like, they're playing like they just want to take whatever you're giving to them. And Oakland is really going out there and laying down and getting their ass raped. Like, I know you only lost by 4, but you're getting punts blocked and shit like that. Bro, you're a man of color. You're an African-American punter. You shouldn't even be in that position. You know what I'm saying, bro? And I've been saying that just to say it. I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people of color, African-Americans, that can kick the ball like my Caucasian counterparts. But look, they be kicking the ball fucking out of the goddamn stadium. This man has a chance to be a punter as an African-American Negro, a black African-American Negro, and he gets his punt blocked. Like, bro, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. You got to be able to get that fucking ball up in the air. Like, it was just a lot of dumb shit going on with this game. But the Giants ended up winning, bro. And like I said, I've been in New York, basically my whole entire life. I love New York, but this year the Giants are making me sick to my stomach, and a win is not a win for me. I want you to win a certain way where it shows that you have a certain type of you have a future, going forward. Like, I don't see where the Giants are going because they're still playing like shit. Eli Manning's still playing like shit, basically. It's not like he's really like lighting it up. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of bullshit. He's throwing picks and picks for 6. Like, bro, when is it gonna stop though? Like, it's just so disgusting to watch it, man. I really believe that a team of 46 incoherent midgets could beat the Giants. Like, they just really look like fucking clowns, man. I don't understand what they're doing. I'm really disgusted to even talk about it, and I'm more disappointed in Oakland for them to come out there and get their ass whipped by the Giants. I'm just fucking, I don't even know what to say about it. Buffalo at Pittsburgh. Buffalo 10, Pittsburgh 23. Listen, you came out and pretty much you had to get this game. Mike Tomlin and them boys, you had to get that game after you were ass raped violently last week. You know what I'm saying? You had to come out and do something. Because Tomlin, I was about to just say, Tomlin, I'm fucking done with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I understand you're a black African-American Negro, and I like the way you do your thing, bro. But you can't be going out there having dudes finger pop you. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like he did last week. But he came out. You got the win. What's the other guy's name? I forgot the guy's name. E.J. Manuel came out. He looked like shit. Congratulations. Pretty much not a really exciting game. Not much to talk about. Pittsburgh got the win, and I was just happy to see them rebound the way they did, even though Buffalo looked like a fucking broad, like one of those fat black women of color with blonde wigs and you know what I'm saying, like really disgusting. That's how they looked out there. It was fucking disgusting to watch the Buffalo Bills play. So pretty much that's where it is with that. And Pittsburgh didn't look as exciting either, but they got the win, and it's good for a rebound for the team's morale. So congratulations to them. Let's see. Jacksonville at Tennessee. Tennessee, you know what, bro? It's going to happen. A shitty team is going to beat a decent team or average team or a team with a winning record. Okay? But it doesn't have to be you, Tennessee. You fucking idiots. You let Jacksonville come into your house and fuck you without a rubber and come on your back. Are you serious right now? What? And you know what it is? I sat here and I was saying to myself, I was like, if there's anybody that Jacksonville has a chance to beat on their schedule, I was like, it's Tennessee. Because Tennessee finds a way to lose. And it's a regular thing. It's pretty much a very, very regular thing. What the hell? Yo. Hold on 1 second. Hello.
Hi, good morning. This is Veronica from Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Okay, yes. Right now is not a good time. If you can try to call back. All right, listen. Yeah, excuse me with that. Some kind of Veronica from Big Sister, Big Brothers, or whatever the fuck. I don't have time for that. I get a lot of spam calls because Verizon doesn't give a fuck. But besides all that, we're gonna have to figure out something right here. Jacksonville should not be in the NFL. And when I say that, I'm not saying it to be disrespectful. I'm just saying that in the fact that when you come out and your pants are sagging and you got a round butt cheek, somebody gonna try to penetrate. Now that may have nothing to do with what I'm talking about, and I don't know why I said it, but the whole premise of the whole story is that Jacksonville sucks. And Tennessee is even worse than that. And I'm disgusted with this game. And I just wish it wasn't on the schedule. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the next game. Carolina at San Francisco. Carolina 10, San Francisco 9. Yo, Carolina's out there playing that D. And I wanted Carolina to win this game. And I actually said that Carolina was gonna win this game. But Cam Newton disgusts me with the way that his stature in the pocket is so frustrating. I just want to fucking grab him and choke him. Why is he so upright and so erect like a penis? He should be more loose. And you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, he just stands there. But he's so You know what I mean? Like he's so mobile. He can do so many things. If he just had a little bit more, he has to work with a real good. I don't know who is his quarterback coach. I just don't like his movement. I really just don't like his movement. But I love their defense. I love that 4-man pass rush that's able to get pressure. I love that, man, because I play football in different leagues, and I play in the D line, and pressure is everything. Pressure is a fucking when the quarterback is like, they only rushing 4, and that's 7 guys back there. Like, listen, that's a big deal when you don't have to blitz. And Carolina, man, you know what I'm saying? I really think that they have a chance to do something. So for everybody that's thinking that as long as Cam Newton is able to make some plays, if he's able to make some plays, I think that it can work. I think that this team can go somewhere. It's just that Cam Newton can make some good throws, but then he's just standing there upright like a goddamn statue, or one of these fucking, these people in Britain, those soldiers that just stand there and not supposed to move. Like, why are you fucking standing so solid and like you're an immovable object? Like, what the fuck, bro? I just hated that he runs like a Madden character, like so upright, like a computer. Like, he has to really loosen himself up. I'm really disgusted with him. Kaepernick, I'm going to drop him from my fantasy. He's just a fucking clown, and that's the bottom line. And the 49ers are just not the same team that they were last year. And that's the bottom line about the whole situation. I don't give a fuck who's coming back, what's happening, somebody, whatever. I don't care. That team is fucking shitty. And when I say shitty, not shitty like overall. I'm just talking about when it comes to decent teams that can give you a pass rush. And they should utilize Kaepernick a lot differently than they are right now, and add a lot of other things into his scheme. But for what it's worth right now, nothing's really happening. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's really happening that's exciting for me with San Francisco. I saw Manningham. He looked good. He made a couple catches, but it doesn't really, I just still see him making that catch in the Super Bowl for the Giants. I don't really see Manningham as a real anything other than what he did with the Giants. So I don't really give a shit about that. The game was pretty much defensive, and I liked it, so I watched a lot of it. And that first down that he threw for with Steve Smith at the end of the game was really, really good and relaxing for me to see that Cam Newton can make that throw. It was also good to see Steve Smith make a play and not run his goddamn mouth about the refs being after him and shit like that or whatever, and just have a good game. Because he's always been a competitive player, Mighty Mouse. He's pretty small, but he plays very, very tough. And pretty much it was good to see them get the win, but I still don't like his pocket presence. I still do not like Cam Newton's pocket presence, and I will not like it until that man starts moving around like he's supposed to. The next game, Houston at Arizona. Houston 27. Arizona 27, Houston 24. This guy Carson Palmer, he's shitty as fuck, but he actually made some really good throws in this game. Houston's season has been over since the preseason, when they decided that Matt Schwab was going to start the season. And I've been saying that Matt Schwab is he's the guy that needs to be cut right now. Like, as I'm talking, he should be getting cut. He should be getting his walking papers. Like, you don't even need him to come in as a backup. He's a horrible quarterback. And you know what it is? His whole confidence has been taken away from him. Having those bad games, having people try to attack him outside of the game, around his house, allegedly. His face looking like he has Down syndrome. A lot of things is catching up with him right now. And I don't see him having a future in the NFL. So whatever his checks are, he needs to just start, doing something with it to look for life after football. He doesn't have a face that will be suitable for commentating on ESPN. I would not hire him. So I don't know if they would hire him because he looks like something's wrong with him. Pretty much this game was decent. Nothing too exciting about it. There's nothing really to write home about. I picked Arizona to win the game. They got the win. I was good with that. But Houston is I don't know what Houston's doing. The defense is playing hard. They're trying to do something. They're trying to make it competitive. The season's over, bro. Try to get a high draft pick. The end. Next game, Denver at San Diego. Denver 28, San Diego 20. You know what's fascinating to me about this game? San Diego had ample opportunity to win this game and beat Denver. And Denver's showing right now that they're not as good as I thought they were. And with minimal pressure on Peyton Manning, it seems as if you can beat this team. You don't really have to sack Peyton Manning. You just have to make him uncomfortable. And it'll go back to those whole Patriot days in the playoffs. It's looking like, because I watched this game and I wasn't too happy with a lot of the throws that he made when he was under pressure. But that's just me. I'm just looking at it for the future as far as where it's going and people saying that they're going to the Super Bowl. You know, I don't see that. I don't think that they're strong enough on the field. And you know what I'm saying? As far as just their overall team goes, I don't know if they're that strong. I really don't. I could be wrong, but I don't see them going to the Super Bowl. I see another team upsetting them because I don't think that they have what it takes. They don't have the fortitude to make this shit happen. I just don't see them actually accomplishing the goal. But that's just me. San Diego played okay, but they should have won that. They should have won this game. And it wasn't really as exciting as a Peyton Manning game for the most part because there was a lot of bad throws, a lot of stupid shit happening. John Fox is still out. Recovering from that heart surgery. I hope all is well with him and his family. Same for Gary Kubiak with the Texans. But they didn't look the same. I didn't like the way Denver looked. I'm going to be honest with you. I just thought that they should be able to put up a lot more points. They should be able to do a lot more things, with this overhyped offense. And maybe we're asking for too much every week for them to do it. But, we get used to it. And we want it. And that's what it's about. So, whatever, bro. You can't perform. You're going to get that work, Peyton Manning. But we'll see. He has more tests coming up, and we'll get to see what's going on. But I don't think San Diego's the slouch that everybody thought. I think they have the chance to upset someone and really try to put some work in because they have a solid team to where they can make plays. And Phillip Rivers is playing halfway decent, so that's something I would be concerned about in the AFC would be San Diego. Okay, the Sunday night game, Dallas at New Orleans. New Orleans 49, Dallas 17. Yo. Oh, man, this fucking guy, Jerry Jones, bro. Like, this man runs around, when they barely beat Minnesota, saying, no, Minnesota's not 1-7. He's just making all kind of dumbass comments. This was embarrassing. This was embarrassing to every Dallas Cowboy fan and every football fan. For you, I understand that New Orleans is gonna score a lot of points. And by the way, good shit, Rob Ryan, to go there and fuck them in the ass. I love the way you did it. It even looked like you got a haircut for this game. I was looking at you on the sideline the whole game. It looked like you got a haircut too, bro. Good shit. For you to go back, and then you got this old ass motherfucker. What is this, Lane Kiffin? Oh, it's Lane Kiffin, his son. There's something Kiffin. Some kind of Kiffin is in the booth that doesn't know what the fuck he's doing as a defensive coordinator, and it's just another dumb hire by Jerry Jones. One of the Kiffins. It was very soothing for me to watch you go back and play Dallas and butt fuck them. It was because you know what it is. When you try to blame someone for something that they're making, like he made the best out of that situation with that team. He didn't have a lot of talent, and he made the best out of the situation with the Dallas Cowboys last season, and they fired him probably because of his personality, and he was so much more of a coach than Jason Garrett, and I felt that. Jerry Jones wants to have Garrett as a puppet, so he got rid of somebody that would be there that would possibly be able to take over for him, because I don't think that Rob Ryan is the kind of guy that's going to listen to something that Jerry Jones has to say, so he had to just save face and fire him. But this was very, very soothing to watch this anal penetration of Tony Romo, and this was very bad. I remember last week it was a big debate for the last recap about a lot of guys leaving comments on the video about Tony Romo. Kilo was one of those guys that was saying that, Tony Romo is a decent quarterback. He just makes a lot of mistakes, and he's not a very good fit for the Cowboys. And watching this game, I have to agree with him. He looked horrible. And I know that Rob Ryan watched him a lot and, coached against him when he was the defensive coordinator for Dallas, but this was disgusting. This was a straight embarrassment to the franchise. And I know you're going to have losses, but you don't lose like this, bro. Like, this is just... This is crazy, bro. Like, you got fucking... Like, this dude just came in and fisted you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Drew Brees really came in with his fist and just punched right through your butt cheeks. Like, he didn't even spread them. He just punched right through it and went right in it. That's crazy, bro. It was very disgusting. Very exciting to watch, though. Very exciting to watch the complete demolition of the Cowboys. It was very exciting to watch. Drew Brees made it very fun for me. But the Cowboys suck, bro. And yeah, we pretty much after this game, I know they're not going anywhere, so we can just write them off for the season. That's all she wrote for her, for this team, for the Cowboys. And until Jerry Jones is able to just sit back and write checks and just be the owner and let the people that he hires take care of business, this team is fucked for the coming years. And that's it's as simple as that. Last game, Miami at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay 22, Miami 19. I know you guys are hearing that, Stephen Ross, the Dolphins owners, addressing the whole Jonathan Martin, Richie Incognito situation, and it's all kinds of bullshit and investigations, and he has like Don Shula and Dan Marino, big name people to go in and do the investigation. None of that shit matters, bro. You guys knew what the fuck was going on in the locker room. You knew what was happening. The coach knew what was happening. The fucking general manager knew what was happening. But they let it they let it happen. There's a limit to everything. There's a limit to hazing. There's a limit to a lot of shit. And based on all the calls that's being revealed and everything that's coming out, this shouldn't have been happening, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be like straightforward with it. This shouldn't have been happening. And from what I'm hearing now from the sources, Jonathan Martin will not return to the Dolphins. And the way that looks right now is it's going to be a lawsuit. And this man is going to get paid to not really fucking play football because of fucking dumb ass motherfuckers. Like, you cannot have this type of shit going on in the locker room. Let's not even get into the fact that Tampa Bay was able to get a win and Tampa Bay fucking sucks. Let's not even get into that. But, Tampa Bay 22, Miami 19. Tampa Bay getting their first win of the season when I wrote on Twitter that Greg Schiano probably would be fired if he would have lost that game. But Tampa Bay is a horrible team, bro. But that running back, I don't know who the fuck that guy was that had the Darryl Sproles number 43. That motherfucker was moving like a fucking locomotive. But that's besides the point. This whole thing that's clouding them in Miami right now with this scandal with Martin and Incognito, this is not going away anytime soon because you're talking about a player in Martin that just didn't fit the criteria of the ignorance of other players on the team, and just some people just don't want to fight, bro. They just don't want to deal with, they don't like confrontation. That's just what it is, bro. And there's nothing wrong with that. And you can use your mind to overcome the shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why the internet was created. People couldn't get laid. They put a fucking, now you can watch the porn and just fucking beat your meat all night. Like, bro, there's ways to get around it. And the way that they handle the situation, it's a lot more that's going to come out. And everybody in the organization is responsible because it has to be somebody that knows what's going on. I'm pretty sure, based on the reactions of everybody, that they knew what was happening and they either just didn't like Martin or they just didn't say anything. And just because a man doesn't want to punch somebody in the face for being aggressive towards him, that does not make that man a pussy. He doesn't want to deal with it. He's a grown-ass man. He's trying to play professional football. And this is his locker room. It's not like he's getting bullied outside of his locker room. These are his fucking brothers, so to speak. It's a shame on all these motherfuckers that's involved with everything that's going on. All of them, the ownership, everybody, because it was brought to his attention, and more is going to come out. So besides all the game, it's just a bigger aspect of how is this still going on. This is a brotherhood. This is a team of brothers, and you guys should be able to work from within to do what you're supposed to do. And treating this man the way you did and all these calls and all this shit because he's sensitive. The guy's a good tackle. Leave him alone. Let him do what he has to do. Toughening somebody up by bullying them doesn't make any sense. It's different ways of doing it. You could do different things to push somebody's buttons without being... This shit is like crazy, the shit I'm hearing about. With this guy, Richie Incognito, the fucking new fucking Riley Cooper. Like, bro, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm not surprised, bro. But at the same time, we have to call it what it is. This is unacceptable. And the investigation is going to lead to a lot more things coming out. You could bet your fucking bottom dollar on that. And it's going to be a lot of embarrassing issues that come out. And that's just pretty much what it is, man. I'm happy that Tampa Bay got their first win. Greg Schiano will still be fired probably after the season. But, Tampa Bay sucks. Rivas, he was all right. But he just looks, he don't look the same. I can't say he's the best corner in the league right now. I would definitely take Richard Sherman over him right now if I had to pick. But other than that, the game was boring as fuck. It's two shitty people playing. And like I said, I watched some of it just to be able to let you guys know what was going on with it. Tannehill's a fucking bum. And that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know, it was an exciting week for the most part. The most exciting games for me though, had to be the New Orleans game in Dallas, and as even though it was very very defensive, a defensive mindseted game, the Carolina and the San Francisco game. Other than that, I didn't really give a fuck. It was that's all it was for me, and you know, I'll continue to watch it and do what I have to do, guys. But you know, a lot of these teams are fucking shitty, bro, and they just should not be. I don't even know what to say about it. I just hope you guys enjoyed it, man. And I'll be back next week for another podcast. You know what I'm saying? As long as everything works out according to plan of the flux capacitor. And I'll see you guys then, man. And as always, I hope you enjoyed it once again. And until next time, one love.